Now loading podcast, period.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podcast Period, the internet's stupidest podcast. My name is Ben, and with me today, as always, is my co-host David. On
What's
one
up,
of these
guys?
sides.
We're finally back.
Yes, finally back on the video, and I still have no idea which way to point. Is it this way?
No,
That way. Okay.
that way.
I mean, I guess that helps because you're on this side of my screen when the Skype preview, so I'll just have to remember that. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I just gotta remember to point towards the wall. So I guess you're the non-existent wall beside me, the non-existent neighbor.
Oh boy.
Which is pointing the wrong direction because you're technically like way that way.
Oh my god. Alright, so this episode, we're doing something, I mean, I guess not super different, because we did Godzilla vs. Kong last episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this episode, we are catching up on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're finally tackling the last 4 episodes. Plus, we've got, I don't know if we've talked about it on this show before, but David and I are big fans of the band 21 Pilots. We had to have talked about it before because we went to a concert while we were doing the podcast, right? I'm pretty sure.
We've been doing this long enough. I'm pretty sure.
It's so hard to tell. It would have been in the very beginning, though, because we didn't do it last year, and we've only been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah, well, it's because we couldn't do anything last year,
Well,
even if we wanted.
Nobody could do anything last year. So, anyways, yeah. So we're big fans of the band 21 Pilots, and they just dropped 2 new singles, "Shy Away" and "Choker." So we're going to talk about our feelings on that. We're gonna cover any more singles that come out before the album release on May 21st, and then also the episode after that album drops, we're going to be doing an entire album review. So stay tuned for that if you like us are fans of 21 Pilots. But yeah, so first things first, we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episodes 3 through 6. Yeah, let's just jump into it. Episode 3, Power Broker. Zemo offers to help stop the Flag Smashers, so Barnes orchestrates a prison riot to help him escape prison. They travel to Madripoor, a criminal sanctuary city island run by the mysterious Power Broker. High-ranking criminal Selby reveals that the Power Broker, hired former Hydra scientist Dr. Wilfred Nagel to recreate the super soldier serum. Selby is killed when Wilson's identity is exposed, and every bounty hunter in Madripoor targets Wilson, Barnes, and Zemo. Sharon Carter, who has been living as a fugitive on the island, saves the trio and directs them to Nagel's lab. They learn he created 20 doses of the serum, which Morgenthau stole. The bounty hunters attack them, and Zemo kills Nagel in the chaos before finding a getaway vehicle. Carter stays behind, and Wilson promises to get her pardoned. The Flag Smashers raid and bomb a global repatriation council storage facility in Lithuania, while Zemo, Barnes, and Wilson search for them in Latvia. Barnes is confronted by Ao, a member of Wakanda's Dora Milaje. So this is a pretty big episode in the series, considering we get Baron Zemo back, or just Zemo in this case. He is a Baron, but he's not referred to as Baron Zemo, even though that's who he is in the comics. So they break him out of prison. They're working with him to try and track down the Flag Smashers, which we now know are super soldiers. created from this formula that Nagel has created. Yeah, that's probably the biggest detail about this episode, is that Zemo is kind of out and about now. And I find it really interesting that, especially as episodes go on, there are dozens and dozens of times where Zemo could have escaped, and there's a few times where it seems like he does, but he always comes back for one reason or another. It's very odd.
Yeah. One of the things that I think he does that particularly for is just the reason of this might be his best chance of having the opportunity to ultimately finish his goal of eliminating super soldiers, and or at least in this case the serum that creates them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, teaming up with those two and sticking with them may lead to the best leads possible or opportunities possible to complete his goal.
Yeah, I mean, clearly
with
with the ending that we get, we know that that's the case.
Yeah.
Because he does get his, in the end, he completes his goal, minus Bucky, but, we'll get to that here eventually. I don't know if there's really much else to talk about that, because, I mean, we know that, we now know where the super soldiers came from. We now know that Morgenthau has some doses of the serum left. We're not really sure how many yet. And they bombed a GRC facility, so they're kind of just still after her. I don't think there's really anything crazy that happens until the next episode.
Not really, but it is also important that we are reintroduced to Carter.
Carter and the whole concept of the power broker and everything, which, if you haven't seen the show, are very much linked. Shame on you. There's spoilers ahead. We're not going to hold anything back. So let's move on to episode 4 then. The whole world is watching. Io, I'm just going to call her Io, gives Barnes 8 hours to use Zemo before the Wakandans take him, as Zemo killed their king T'Chaka way back in, what was that Civil War?
Civil War.
Yeah, okay, so way back in Civil War, God knows how many years ago. Zemo helps find Morgenthau at a funeral for her adopted mother, where Walker and Hoskins intercept them. Wilson speaks with Morgenthau alone and attempts to persuade her to end the violence, but an impatient Walker intervenes and a fight ensues. Zemo destroys most of the serum before he is apprehended by Walker, who secretly takes the last vial. Io and the Dora Milaje come for Zemo, but Walker refuses to hand him over. In the ensuing fight, the Dora Milaje humiliate Walker while Zemo escaped. Morgenthau threatens Sarah, forcing Wilson to meet with her in an attempt to persuade him to join her. Walker and Hoskins engage other members of the Flag Smashers, leading to another fight in which Morgenthau accidentally kills Hoskins. Enraged by his friend's death and having taken the serum, Walker uses the shield to kill one of the Flag Smashers in front of horrified bystanders who film his actions. So that last sentence is probably the biggest event in this entire series, at least up until this point. Yeah. We kind of figure before this that Walker takes the serum because like the synopsis says, he thoroughly gets his butt handed to him by the Dora Milaje. It's not even a contest. I mean, Granted, they are highly trained warriors with weapons of vibranium, which his shield is also made out of, but he also doesn't have any physical advantages over them. And besides being a soldier with what does he have? 3 medals of honor, or 4 or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. Besides being an excellent soldier, he doesn't really have any crazy training that would help him in this situation. So obviously he takes the serum. And then, since Morgenthau kills his friend, he goes after another one of the Flag Smashers. I don't know. I don't know if Walker thinks at this point that the Flag Smasher that he killed is the one who killed Hoskins, or if he's just going after one of them because he knows Morgenthau did it. I didn't pick that up.
I feel like he went after this person with the knowledge that it's not the one who killed Hoskins.
Yeah, those kind of decisions kind of inform where this character goes for the next episode or two.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's important to try and analyze where his mindset is at. But yeah, I think we talked about it a couple of episodes ago when we were going to do a discussion topic on these two episodes, but time didn't work out and David didn't have a chance to watch it. So I was kind of hyping the end of this episode up. So I know my reaction. I want to know your reaction to that final scene with Walker using the shield to kill somebody.
It was brutal to watch, but it was also, this is terrible to say, but it was like reassuring to know that my feelings towards this character were not ill-placed.
They weren't unfounded.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, something was wrong. You and I both sensed it with the discussion of the first two episodes. We didn't like the character as Captain America. And it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like Steve. Something was amiss. So I'm glad my initial accusations of this not being a worthy character were deemed suitable.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible what he did, but it's like, yes, we expose this guy for what he is. Like,
I really found it interesting, especially I didn't come to this not conclusion, but this like parallel by myself. I saw it somewhere online, but I find it interesting that the move that he uses to kill this guy, like with the shield above his head, both hands on it, coming right down like this, parallels the move that Cap uses on Iron Man at the end of Civil War to disable the suit. Cap doesn't do it with lethal intent. He does it to disable Tony so that the fight is over. Tony can't do anything anymore. But Walker uses it to basically cut this dude in half.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't see that because this is PG-13 Marvel. But that's kind of the implication.
That blood was a good 6 inches, if not more, up that shield. Like, it was a clean line across, like, a good, like, not quite a quarter, so like a third of that shield towards the bottom was like a clean line of blood from there below. It was, it was pretty good indication of where this shield had stopped. Like, it was whoosh, like pressed into this person a good bit. So depending on where it was, it could have been a clean cut, or it could have been just, darn close.
Yeah. It's not something that we're ever going to know because, again, Marvel at this point is not. It's PG-13 enough that it's not going to show you anything like that, So, yeah, but still, the implication is there, and it's brutal.
I also found it somewhat interesting. We get, I don't remember if it's the third episode or the fourth episode, but at one point, Hoskins and he have this conversation. Walker and Hoskins have the conversation about taking the super soldier serum, and Hoskins' comment about just making it more like enhancing the man that you already are.
Mm-hmm. It makes you more of the person that you already are.
So that makes me call into question, okay, is this some sort of, like, did it enhance the not necessarily the greatest attributes to Walker's character, Or does this call into question more about his past actions? Like, maybe his record isn't as clean cut as we are believed to be led to. Like, is there a more troubled history? Or is
I
this
feel like
the first indication of
I feel
trouble?
like he was always alluding to there was more to those medals than he could let on. But at the same time, I think part of it was that he feels like he's been kind of wronged by the system, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, he's got his medals of honor and everything, and he's become Captain America, but he's also not like I think he feels like he should maybe be more honored or something like that than he is. So yeah, but I'm with you. I think this definitely brought something out that was there, but maybe not as prevalent as it was before the serum, you know? So yeah, that's episode 4. Let's move on to 5. Episode 5, Truth. Wilson and Barnes demand the shield from Walker, leading to a fight in which Walker destroys Wilson's wingsuit. Wilson and Barnes take the shield, breaking Walker's arm. Barnes finds Zemo in Sokovia and hands him over to the Dora Milaje, while Walker receives an other-than-honorable discharge and is stripped of his title as Captain America. Afterward, Walker is approached by Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Wilson leaves the damaged wingsuit with Torres and visits Bradley, who states his disbelief that a black man cannot and should not be Captain America. Wilson returns home and helps fix the family boat with assistance from several locals and Barnes, who delivers a briefcase from the Wakandans to Wilson. Barnes and Wilson train with the shield and agree to move on from their past and work together. The Flag Smashers plan an attack on a GRC conference in New York City and are joined by Batroc, who Carter has secretly hired. In a mid-credit scene, Walker builds a new shield from scrap metal and his war medals. So this one is more about character building than action sequences, I think. We do have the first little action sequence where Walker destroys Sam's suit, and they get the shield back. But beyond that, this is more about Bucky and Sam kind of coming together and repairing their relationship, which I kind of enjoyed. I like the break in the action. You know, you can really get to see the relationship between these two build more than just like a mutual, I don't want to say hatred, but a mutual like uneasiness towards each other, and to like a actual friendship, a mutual respect for each other. Yeah, I can't think of anything that like stands out to me from this episode as far as scenes go, but I think the whole thing was pretty. I like the episode as a whole.
Yeah, I agree with your character building assessment. More than anything else, we do get the little bit of action in the beginning, and just how easy it was for those two to, and by easy I mean not easy, because it took a lot of doing for Wilson and Barnes to be able to get that shield away from Walker.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing just, it was good. It just didn't do much for the action, which is fine. I like the character building more than anything else. So that, seeing how the Wilson family has had a long tradition of helping those in need, finally getting some of that returned to their favor and things like that. That was nice. And we get a lot of setup for the final episode more than anything else, especially with that little aspect at the end with the GRC meeting, and you can tell that something's about to go down.
Mm-hmm. Well, the GRC meeting, Walker building his new shield, and Sam getting the briefcase from the Wakandans from Bucky. So, yeah,
which you just knew contained something. Like, I don't know if I don't know if you could miss it or not. It seemed pretty obvious what it would be.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what else would it be besides another wingsuit?
When I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's got to be a new suit. I don't know what's going to be in it. Don't know what it's going to look like yet, but that's the new suit. It has to be.
Exactly. Has to be. What else?
Yeah. Let's move on to the season or maybe even series finale. I don't know if they've announced if there's going to be a second season yet, but either way, episode 6, One World, One People. Wearing a new Captain America uniform and flight suit from the Wakandans, Wilson flies to New York to stop the Flag Smashers' attack with the help of Barnes, Carter, and Walker. Carter accidentally reveals that she is the power broker to Batroc and kills him while Wilson attempts to reason with Morgenthau before Carter kills her as well. Wilson convinces the GRC to postpone the forced relocation of displaced people that Morgenthau died fighting for, and instead make efforts to help them. The remaining serum-enhanced Flag Smashers are caught by Barnes and Walker and sent to the raft, but they are killed by Zemo's butler, Osnick, en route. Dufontaine gives Walker a new uniform and a new code name, U.S. Agent. Barnes makes amends with everyone he hurt or enabled as the Winter Soldier, while Wilson has a memorial dedicated to Bradley. Added to the Captain America Museum exhibit. In a mid-credit scene after receiving a full pardon, Carter rejoins the CIA and intends to use this access to sell government secrets and resources. So, yeah, that's probably the biggest reveal that we get here right at the end, that Carter is the power broker, and that she isn't necessarily going to use her new full pardon for the best of reasons. But I have to be honest, I can't necessarily blame her with, how the government treated her after everything in Civil War,
Okay, well, we'll travel back to that. We'll travel back to that. So, we get this massive standoff between everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got Walker versus Morgenthau. We've got Morgenthau versus Carter. We've got Wilson trying to do everything he can to save as many different people as possible, whether it be using, I forget, what is it, Scout? The little winged assistant on his, I can't remember.
Is it Red? I think it's Red.
It might be Red. But anyways, the little winged assistant that is part of his wings, using some sort of AI technology, probably something related to something Stark has made. Not entirely sure, doesn't really matter. To flag that somebody else is a pilot in this helicopter so that he can save everybody in that helicopter by taking out the nefarious pilot involved, and the whole thing is one giant ruse to get them out of the building and then execute them at another site, which I wasn't entirely sure what her plan was. See, Morgenthau the entire time, she seems like somebody who is doing it for the right reasons, but she's going about it in the entirely wrong way. Using violence when it's not necessary, and just she's got good reasoning at heart, but she does some stupid decision making along the way.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where it somewhat muddies her motives. Like, did you have to carry out this plan the way that you did? Like, maybe sometimes Carly isn't as well understood antagonist as she could be. Zemo, the entire time, his intentions are clear.
Yeah. I don't know.
Walker is not stable, but
yeah,
his intentions are clear. He wants to be Captain America. Her intentions are sometimes, I don't know, not very well received to me.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm of the opinion of that. I mean, I agree with you that her methods aren't necessarily the best, obviously. Uh-huh. But at the same time, you have to think, like, how else is somebody that the entire world government is completely willing to ignore supposed to get her message across?
Which is why it's like, okay, I get it. And you're right. How else is she supposed to get her message across? If she goes about it in the standard peaceful activist way, it's just going to get ignored. Like, who cares? So a little bit of attention getting is required in this case. And okay, fine. But I don't know. Sometimes she just makes those split decisions. It's like, no, that wasn't necessary. Like, you could have done that in a cleaner, less harmful way. Yeah. Some of the scenes in that.
Well, you also have
episode.
to remember in these last like couple of episodes too. I mean, we talked about the effects on Walker having killed somebody, but
yeah,
this was also one of her friends that he killed. So there's probably something personal in that too. You know, you're not always going to think the most rationally when it comes to a personal vendetta.
No. And it also could be, you know, just sometimes I don't think that serum necessarily has the best outcome on people.
Yeah.
Like, clearly Steve was like 1 in a million in the attributes that it gave him.
Yeah. His
character was untouched. Whereas everybody else seems to be not so clean cut. But anyways, getting back to Carter, I guess. I knew something was up in Madripoor. That whole scene where Shelby gets shot, Carter just happens to show up magically out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got, a little later on, in Madripoor again, running around all these containers. She's somehow alive in all this and, like, knows everything. Like, that's Carter doing her job. She's supposed to know when and where things are coming from. That's what she was trained to do by the U.S. government. So at first it seems a little unsuspicious, but at some point you start getting tipped off, okay, what is going on with her? And then we see that she's got these dealings with, like, the stolen artwork and whatnot, and she's undertaken this criminal underworld a little bit, but you also have to understand she kind of had to. I mean, she got blacklisted by the U.S. government.
Yep.
And completely trashed after the events of Civil War. So, what is she supposed to do? It was a good use of her skills.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole power broker thing, I don't know how I feel about it. It felt like a betrayal to me. Like, that's not necessarily the road I wanted her to see her go down. I get it. I understand it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I can understand that. Yeah. I want to point out the Isaiah Bradley museum exhibit thing. That was a touching part of the episode. I really liked seeing Sam being able to take Isaiah into this museum exhibit and being able to show not only, like, he's got his own little corner of the exhibit dedicated to him, he's got a full-blown freaking statue of him in the middle of it.
Yeah. That was really touching. That's something that they're doing a really good job in this series, throughout the series, of calling out some of the negative oppressions of the past, specifically over minorities, and in this case, African Americans. Just, they did a good job of calling it out.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see that. That was a touching moment. It's like, oh my God, we understand where he's coming from. We can understand his his motive or his belief that maybe a black man can't and shouldn't be Captain America, because what self-respecting black man would want to be? Like, this is a country that has done nothing really to help their kind in any sort of way, and has done everything it can to keep them in the shadows.
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, supporting and upholding that system could be very difficult, I get. So, I mean, I understand where he's coming from. It felt a little disheartening to hear him say that, even still. But there at the end, you could see, like, in his eyes, like, okay, yeah, I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was his way of, like, acknowledging, like, Sam's willingness to do this and the good that can come about from it. So it's not all bad news. Thank goodness.
Well, with the introduction of Isaiah Bradley, we also have the potential. I think there was another character that they introduced that may have been in, like, may become part of the Young Avengers, but supposedly, and I don't know if this is where they're going to go with this, but they did introduce Isaiah Bradley's grandson, Elijah, who I can't remember how, but for whatever reason, he needs a blood transfusion, and he gets one from Isaiah, and he gets the super soldier, like, powers from the blood transfusion, and becomes a superhero called Patriot.
Cool.
So,
is that comics?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it may end up in the MCU at some point, possibly.
I think I'm like 95% sure that there's another character that they've already introduced that's supposed to be part of the Young Avengers 2. I just can't remember for the life of me who it was or is, but whatever. Yeah, so we'll have to look out for that. I'm excited for all the new MCU stuff coming out now, because we've got Black Widow, we've got Shang-Chi, which we're going to watch a trailer for here in a little bit, and a few other things. I could have sworn... Oh, and Loki. We've got Loki coming up in, like, June or something like that, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
They seem to be coming fast and furious, but that's probably just because it's the only blessed thing we've gotten.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this was originally the timeline that they were going to quite follow.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, we know that they were going to release Black Widow last year until, you know, all that junk happened, so...
Exactly.
I mean, it's not... I don't think the delay of Black Widow has really changed their plans all that much, because honestly, you could release Black Widow whenever, and it wouldn't make a difference to the MCU timeline at large, at least moving forward. So
absolutely not. It's done deal. It's prequel basically to everything we've already seen.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So
it's not likely to make a hoot spit of difference. I just feel like that these particular mini series, limited series, whatever they're going to call this, because we haven't really gotten a solid answer to any of them so far.
Mm-hmm.
They just feel like they're coming quick and fast, and it's probably just because, this is what we got, and we can release these now without anything else being too kerfluffled in the shuffle. And just one after another, because there's nothing else to space them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it is a little monotonous that this is going to be the second, and then we're going to have the third series before long, and then maybe even a fourth one before we ever get another movie that actually means something.
Yeah. I don't know what they're... Let's see. Marvel release schedule... 2021.
And by meaning something to the MCU at large, people, before anybody gets upset, I'm not saying that Black Widow doesn't mean anything, because it does. Just that it means nothing to the current timeline. Which has been nothing but, post 2 weeks snap?
Yeah.
In WandaVision, and only not too much longer after that with this movie. Well, series, I should say.
Okay, so we have Black Widow coming out here soon. And then I guess they're doing... It's the Loki series right after that. And then Shang-Chi would be the next actual Marvel movie. And then the next one after that would be Eternals. But that's coming out in November. So we've got... Okay, so Loki is the next series. And then Shang-Chi is the movie after that. And then we've got What If, which is another series that I don't think necessarily factors into the MCU at large. It's just like a... it's like What If, you know? I don't know what else to say to that. And then Miss Marvel is another series. And then Eternals. And then we've got the Hawkeye series coming at the end of the year. It looks like.
Oh, jeez, I almost forgot about Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's ridiculous,
That's
right?
going to be really interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after Black Widow. Like, there's still a lot of people that may be salty about how that entire scene played out with Endgame between these two characters. One of them's going to get written off. How do you go about it? And I don't know. That one might be a little emotional. We'll have to see how it plays out exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I want Black Widow back. Something like that. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's stop talking about Marvel and get into the 21 Pilot singles. We'll watch Shy Away, or listen to Shy Away first, then we can do Choker. I figured, I linked the videos in the Discord. I figured we could just listen to them once and then give our opinions, if that's good with you.
Okay.
So we'll do Shy Away first.
Don't you shy away. Manifest the ceiling when you shy away. Searching for that feeling just like an I love you. It isn't words like a song he wrote. It's never heard.
Okay. We were talking about this song earlier in reference to the second single that came out. I think I liked this song a lot more than I thought I did. It is definitely, like, I've definitely, like, caught up to it, I guess. It took me a little bit, and it definitely, I think, took me a little bit less time than it did with Level of Concern, only because I didn't listen to Level of Concern that much before that never-ending live stream that they did. But I like this a lot.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Like, okay, so Level of Concern, the first time I listened to it, I didn't necessarily like it.
Yeah.
And I got your opinion on it, and your opinion reinforced my opinion, so I kind of shut myself out of it and refused to even try it. And then they did that blessed never-ending live stream, which I caught, I think, the next day. Like, it was all over YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I start getting into it again. And within, like, the second listen, I was like, I gotta tell Ben to give this a chance. Because it really grew on me. And then the next time we talk about it, I think it was when I came down to Florida. You were like on the same opinion I was.
Yeah.
Like, we were both getting back into it. It's like, okay, well then that's not a conversation we're going to have. So then we start with Shy Away again. And we've kind of had the same overlapping opinion this entire time. It didn't necessarily work at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I listen to it, it's taking more than it did with Level of Concern, which is a little bit opposite of what you said. But I'm like into it.
I think so I think it took me less listens to the song for Level of Concern, but as far as the actual time between my first listen to the listen now, where I can definitively say I like this song.
Yeah, because you and I were both like really into it just now.
I think the Level of Concern had to have been like a good. God, I don't know how long it was between when they released the song. Yeah, it was a good month or two, I think, between when they released the song and then when they did that never-ending music video for it. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed the song. I'm thinking, see, part of me wants to reserve judgment on Choker now, because maybe it's going to be one of those things where I don't understand it now, but one or two listens down the line, maybe even a little bit more than that.
How many times have you listened to this?
Choker, I only listened to it once this morning. I didn't get a chance to listen to it anymore.
Oh, see, I've listened to it a couple of times, and my opinion on that's changed already, too.
Okay. We might have a differing opinion now. We'll have to
see.
Yeah. When we get a chance to talk about if there's more singles that come out before the album drops, we'll come back to I don't think we're going to need to come back to Shy Away, but maybe we'll have to come back to Choker and reevaluate at least my opinion on it.
You know what really helped me, and I'm hoping it helps you too? The music video. I don't know why.
I was watching the music video the first time, but I think maybe I was paying more attention to the video than I was the song. So
okay, maybe because I listened to the straight up song a couple of times, then got the video for it, just because I finally caught back up on YouTube a little bit this week because I haven't been watching it, and of course it's like one of the top 2 things on my recommended list because freaking anytime something drops from these guys, it immediately invades my recommended list, which is a good thing, but it means I miss nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, let's see what the video's about. I don't know. It changed my mind a lot. It really did help a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, let's listen to Choker, and then we'll get back with our opinions on it, shall we?
I know it's over. I was born a joker. Nobody's coming for me. I see no volunteers to co-sign on my fears. I'll sign on the line.
Okay. So, I definitely like it more the second time around. I didn't watch the video. I was looking at the lyrics that are below the video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm still necessarily a huge fan of that initial instrumental, but man, when that chorus picks up...
The chorus seals the deal.
Yes.
I'm sold on the chorus.
Yes.
The verses, But that's always the case with their verses for me, because he gets into that plain, I don't want to call it plain, but he gets into that more like speak to sing type of singing. Like he's saying the words more than he's singing the words. Mm-hmm. And sometimes he goes so fast with it, I have a trouble picking out what he's saying in the verses. I have a hard time with it a lot of times. And some of my favorite songs, I've had to delve back and learn the verse before I could truly appreciate the song. I think one of the most notorious things for me is the lead and the lead and the lead, all that back and forth. And God, what's the song? Chlorine, yes. Mm-hmm. I had to pick that apart so much because the verses were so... And now, as long as don't have to recall it from the top of my head, but I'm like actively going along with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can spit it out, no trouble, and not get tongue-tied at all. But in the beginning, God, the verses on that song killed me. But I love the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
So I was okay with it. This one's the same way. Like, I've got to pick through the verses a little bit. And I'm not sure I like the opening instrumental either. When we get into the parts, like, that part's okay. But the initial, like, plucking or whatever it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the chorus has got me sold.
Yeah. The chorus and then the ending, like, little... I don't know if I want to call it a rap. It's more like a spoken word poem, I guess, at that point. It's not...
Yes.
It's not like a levitate sort of song. But, I mean, they've done that before on other songs, too, where it ends with, like, this little spoken word sort of thing. But I like it. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm coming around to both of these pretty
I
quick.
think I'm already sold on Shy Away. Like, I'm good. I'm good on that. I just have to I have to listen to Choker a couple more times, I think.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and like we were having a conversation about this last night. We were getting into one of our famous texting sessions that gets a little out of hand at times with the amount of messages we send back and forth at times. But it didn't bother me that I was not necessarily on board with the singles at first, because the same thing happened with Trench. We both liked Jumpsuit and Nico and the Niners. One of them a little bit more than the other for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was more into Jumpsuit at first, and
Yeah.
you were more into Nico.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Chlorine dropped, and like I think even Smithereens for me, and Cut My Lip definitely. And there's other songs in that were definitely a lot higher up than the initial two singles that dropped.
Yeah.
So it doesn't concern me at all. Like, I was a little upset. I was like, oh God, what's this album going to be? Like, is this going to be the first one I don't like?
Yeah,
But
that's
now I'm
kind
not
of what I was thinking. But I think considering when it releases and the time between that and the time that we have to record the next episode, we'll get enough listens in that we can kind of get a feel for how we like not only the songs themselves, but the album as a whole. So, yeah. We'll finally, once that comes out, we'll finally get to do another album review. I've been so annoyed that I haven't been able to find another one for us to do. But there's been nothing that I wanted to like listen to.
Yeah.
That's
you know
new.
what I got mad at YouTube for a second too.
Mm.
You go into our dashboard for our freaking creator dashboard for Podcast Period, and the first 20 episodes aren't in there on the creator dashboard. So I was looking to see if we had done a review of like Trench or something, because that'd be the most recent one, and it didn't look like we did. But the first 20 episodes wasn't there, so I had to go back to my account and then go to our channel, looking at it like an outsider.
You can. There's
then they're all
It was
there.
probably
It's
just
like,
on another
why?
page. It only shows so many on one.
It could be.
Yeah.
I didn't see a second page, but maybe that's it. The dashboard sucks.
Yeah, it's not the
Really
greatest
does.
thing in the world.
So we finally might have a freaking 21 Pilots review. I can't believe we don't have one.
Well, Trench came out before we started the podcast, I think.
I'm surprised we didn't go back to it though.
I was honestly considering something like that if nothing came out for a while, because after Circles, or not Circles, it was Circles. That was the Mac Miller album, right?
Circles was Mac Miller, and then we did
Hollywood's
the Post Malone
Bleeding.
one. Hollywood's Bleeding
yeah.
before that. And those are the only two we've been able to do, because
Mm-hmm.
it's been forever. Circles has been out for like a year and a half now.
Yeah. And we did
Something
that.
like that.
We did that, maybe 2 weeks after the album dropped? Or
Yeah,
something
it did
like
not
that?
take long at all.
No.
Maybe a month. Probably closer to a month between the episode being released. But
Yeah. But
it
even
was
still.
really early on.
Yeah, I was seriously considering it if something hadn't happened. If this album news hadn't happened, I would have been like, man, maybe we should just go back and do like Vessel or something like that. Or Blurry Face. But yeah, so we're going to do that once that comes out. But for now, let's get into our final section of the show, our trailers. So we actually have a few pretty decent ones. We're going to do, like we said before, Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings. We've got a trailer for Luca. We've got another trailer, a second trailer for Fast 9. Plus Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard and Marvel's MODOK, which is going to be a series on Hulu. So, yeah. First things first, though. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
He has had a tremendous year. Michael Bryce is the bodyguard of the year.
Is he a relative of yours?
God, no. Darius Kincaid, the hitman, wanted for like a zillion murders around the world.
And how often do you have this dream?
Just once.
Well, that's not
A night.
right. I'm thinking you need to forget bodyguarding.
I'm officially on sabbatical, and to be honest, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. As if the world's been waiting for me to make this change. For the first time, I'm starting to imagine a life without bodyguarding. This really feels like a new...
Don't I know you?
The mafia took my husband.
Kill them.
We have to go get him.
No. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm under strict psychological orders.
I promised my therapist no bodyguard.
So that means no guns, no killing, and no blood.
What is he doing here? Are you using pepper spray?
I'm on sabbatical.
Oh, God. I don't think I knew this before, but that's what I needed. A freaking Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson film. Holy hell.
Oh my god. Any child would be lucky to have you as its host. That's too good.
That was amazing.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I think we can both say that we would definitely go see this in the theaters.
Yep, 100%.
Yes. We're gonna have to find the first one and watch that.
Yeah.
Sometime. That looks. Oh man, that was funny.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Are
Okay.
they both in the first one?
Yeah. It's Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson.
Why the hell did we not see that?
I have no idea, David. I don't know.
Shame on us.
Okay. Well, that's Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Let's move on to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I gave you 10 years to live your life. Now you see me rise. And where did that get you? You walked in my shadow. I trained you. So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side. That's not going to happen.
Okay. All right. I think I can safely say I would go see that. I mean, it's a Marvel movie. That's kind of a given at this point. But considering the trailer, I like it.
Yeah, there's bound to be a Marvel movie that I don't want to see at some point, right?
I mean, probably. Let's be honest.
But this isn't
No.
one than that. I was a little concerned, to be honest. It felt like it was going to be too much like other movies
Mm-hmm.
that I don't want to watch, like, Mortal Kombat for whatever reason. It's like, well, maybe I'll watch it, but I don't know.
This, just based on the trailer, it kind of feels like Marvel's, at least a Marvel sort of take on those, like, highly stylized Hong Kong martial arts movies. Because you can kind of see the same sort of stunts in the trailer. Like, some of the martial arts are kind of floaty.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is also kind of grounded, which is why I say it's a Marvel take on it instead of like a straight up Marvel Hong Kong action movie. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how much of an influence that takes. I wouldn't mind if it took a good portion of it because, you know, I like those kind of movies. So.
Yeah, see, I've never been big into the martial arts films.
Well, I can't say that I have seen one all the way through, but I have watched. Have you heard of Corridor on YouTube?
No, don't think I have.
So they're a channel. Their main channel is like full of shorts, like with crazy special effects. It's all based around VFX. And they have a secondary channel called Corridor Crew, where here for like probably the past year, maybe year and a half or something, they've had a reaction series. So they have VFX artists react, and they have stunt people react. So they're primarily VFX artists in their office, but they bring in a stunt person from Hollywood. Like they had, can't remember the dude's name, but he was the stunt double for Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther and Civil War. So they have them come in and they break down not only movies that they've been in, but also other like famous movie scenes. And a lot of times they bring in like those Hong Kong floaty action bits. They're kind of cool. They're really, really interesting to watch, and especially to be seen broken down. So that's why I'm excited for that kind of part of this movie.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's Marvel, so that influences my decision on whether or not I'd want to see stuff. Based on the trailer, if I didn't know it was Marvel, it would probably be a rate for rental for me.
Yeah.
But because it's Marvel, that influences my opinion. It's honestly going to be a rate for rental because I'm not going to go to see it in theaters.
Well, yeah.
Unless we happen to be together, which probably not going to be the case. But
I mean, let's be honest. Between you working and me also working and having 2 children, we don't have any time, nor really the want to go to the theaters anymore.
No.
Oh, man.
Just wait for it to land on whatever it's going to land on.
Exactly, yeah.
It'll be on Disney Plus soon enough anyway, so.
All right.
I'll watch it then.
Well, let's move on to our next one. Luca. I think this is a Disney film.
Wow. Luca. That was hard to watch. You, coming?
We do not go anywhere near the surface. Got it?
Everything good is above the surface. Walking. Air! The sky, clouds, the sun. Whoa, don't look at it. Just kidding. Definitely look at it.
Have you ever gone to the human town?
Yeah. I'm kind of an expert.
Hey, little hats!
Someone got lucky today.
Hey, leave them alone! Hop on.
Go start a club for losers.
My name is Julia Marcavaldo. We underdogs have to look out for each other.
What's under the dogs?
This is my dad.
What do you think he kills with those?
Anything that swims.
I hate to say it. So let me preface this with the trailer looks good. I feel so bad for Pixar because it seems like all of their movies lately have just been shoved on Disney Plus. I think Marvel and Star Wars have kind of eaten Pixar alive a little bit.
What's the last thing that they had out in theaters?
Probably Toy Story 4.
Coco.
With Coco in theaters?
Coco is in theaters. What's after Coco? Goodness gracious. Oh, gosh. I'm failing as a Pixar enthusiast. I forget what's after Coco.
Let's see.
What's their lineup looking like?
Why can't you just give me a list of them? You stupid. Okay, hold on. Pixar movies. List of Pixar films. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so... No, I was right. No, okay, Onward. Onward was in theaters. Oh my god,
Coco is before Toy Story 2.
Yeah, Coco, it was Coco,
4.
and then Incredibles 2, and then Toy Story 4. But
Good
Onward
God.
Onward was the last one in theaters, because that was right before the pandemic, I remember. Or, like, right as it was starting. And then Soul was Disney Plus only, and now Luca is too. Onward, I'm pretty sure, I don't think it was Disney Premier Access, but it did come onto Disney Plus pretty soon after it debuted in theaters.
Yeah, because they got a release date of March 6th. It's probably because, and I don't know if this is because they've got more people, or if technology has gotten better to where they can produce these things faster. They went from, years between Toy Story and then Bug's Life. It was like 3 years.
3 years in between Toy Story and Bug's Life. A
to
year
almost yearly
in
after
between
that.
That and Toy Story 2. 2 in between Toy Story 2 and Monsters, Inc. Another 2 in between that and Finding Nemo. 1 until The Incredibles. 2 until Cars. 1 until Ratatouille. 1 until WALL-E. 1 until Up. 1 until Toy Story 3. 1 until Cars 2. The next 2-year gap is in between Monsters University and Inside Out from 2013 to 2015. And then they had Good Dinosaur come out that same year. And then it was a year until Finding Dory. They've basically been putting out a movie every year from, 2006 onward. With the exception of between Monsters University and Inside Out. There was no movie in 2014.
And then they've done Onward, Soul, and Luca.
Onward and Soul were both released in 2020, and then this will be released in June of this year. Luca will.
14 months.
Mm-hmm.
So they've done yearly releases basically until the last 3, which has been within a 14-month time frame.
Basically.
So, are they just getting rushed? Did something change? I don't know.
Let's be honest. Pixar is probably big enough at this point to have multiple animation and production units within the one studio.
Yeah.
Because, Onward was fine. I really enjoyed Soul, though. Soul was, not only did it look good, but the story was really good, too. So
Soul was a lot better than Onward, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Out of the last few years, I would say Inside Out, Soul, Coco.
Coco was really good. Yep.
And arguably Toy Story 4, but not really. I'm mad at 4 because we should have left it at 3.
Yeah. 4 was...
3 was the perfect ending.
4 was okay, but I think they should have left it at 3, like, honestly.
What 4 did accomplish is the sheer beauty of the film.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
and it
about
also
it.
ruined the fake-out ending in Toy Story 3, because if you know the existence of Toy Story 4, then you know that they're not going to die when they're in the stupid incinerator.
But they had a nice ending after the incinerator.
Yeah, I know. But, okay, the reason why I'm mad about that is because
explain.
Somehow my wife had not seen Toy Story 3 up until like a month ago.
What?
Yes. Legit. She saw Toy Story 4 before she saw Toy Story 3.
That's blasphemy.
So I was very annoyed that she couldn't feel the same emotion as I did when I first saw that scene, because I was legit tearing up when I thought they were going to die in that incinerator.
Okay. I will grant you that. That is not something I was expecting, nor would I ever experience, because I did watch that, obviously, first, and I did cry. Onward, not so much.
Yeah.
Soul, I think I teared up.
A little bit.
Inside Out had me bawling in the theater. You and I went and watched that, and I don't know if you did, but I know I started crying.
I definitely teared up a little bit. Yeah.
But everything else the last decade or so has not been that great.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping
their
that
output
this is
has
another
been,
one of the good ones.
Their output has been kind of not, I don't want to say iffy, but it's been like off and on, I guess.
They have good ones and they have bad ones. I mean, we went from Ratatouille, WALL-E, and Up after Cars, which was
Ratatouille is still one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time. I love that movie.
And then we got Toy Story 3. I've still not watched Brave, which I've heard is really good.
I think I've seen it like once. I mean, it was all right. I don't think I was the target demographic for that movie necessarily.
I don't think so either. Monsters University I did not see.
That one was also okay. I would say it was an unnecessary prequel, but it was still fine.
And then we got Finding Dory, which was a terrible sequel to Finding Nemo.
I saw that once, and I haven't seen it again.
Cars 3,
one
which
movie
shouldn't have existed.
One movie on this list I still haven't seen once is The Good Dinosaur. Still haven't seen it.
That one's a tearjerker too.
Yeah? Would you say it's worth watching?
I would.
Okay.
But I'm not sure you'd enjoy it. Because it is a little slow. It doesn't quite have the same emotional impact as the rest of them.
Okay. Maybe one day I'll watch it, but I don't know. I keep seeing it on Disney Plus. I'm like, yeah, that's the one Pixar movie I haven't seen, but it's never like stuck out to me. It's never ever made me want to watch it, you know? Not even...
There's only 2 I haven't seen. I gotta remedy that. Monsters University.
I haven't seen...
See it.
I guess I haven't seen Cars 3 either, but that's one that I never plan to see.
That's a given.
Yeah.
Did you see the second one?
I probably saw it on Disney Channel at one point or another, but It wasn't one of those ones that I sat down to actively watch, you know.
Okay. Anywho, we got a little deep in that one.
A little bit, yeah.
Did we give this a?
I don't think so. It looks good. I'd probably wait for a rental on this one if we're going by our thing, by our rating system.
I would say a rental.
Yeah.
I will see it.
I mean,
it's a Pixar movie, so I will see
it's
it.
It's Pixar, and it's going to be free on Disney Plus, so it's not really a reason not to watch it. So, yeah, okay. All right, our next trailer is for Fast 9. Trailer number 2.
The world has a way of changing. And we change too. There are moments that separate us. But we always come back together.
We heard y'all needed a little love out here.
Y'all ever thought about the wild missions we've been on? We've taken out planes, trains, tanks. I'm not going to even think about the submarine. And now we got cars flying in the air. Who is he?
Jacob is Dom's brother.
Been a long time, Dom. Little brother.
You always say never turn your back on family, but you turned your back on me. Now your little family is in my world.
Are you ready? Whatever's on you,
Is you ready?
it's on us.
Are you ready?
He's got his own private army. We need help.
Bring what you got.
No way.
Is you ready? Whole squad ready.
So how do y'all want to play this?
Fast.
We going on. Whole squad ready.
Okay, this is a bad time to mention this, but I don't drive.
Okay. I am all in for this franchise's ridiculousness, but I have 2 questions. One,
go ahead.
Where in the world did Han come back from? Or what is his name? Is it Han?
Something like that, yeah.
Whatever. Where did he come back from? He was dead, wasn't he?
No.
What do you mean no? He died in Tokyo Drift, right?
No.
Are you sure?
God. He was in the 5th one. I'm pretty sure he was in the 6th one. I'm pretty sure he was in the 7th one.
No. I know he was in some prequels, but hold on. All right, we gotta look this up and settle this because I'm like 99% sure that he died. F9. That is such a dumb name. I keep calling it Fast 9 too.
Well, they keep freaking changing what they want to call it, so you can't complain.
Okay, so he was in Fast and Furious 6, 5 and 6. And Fast and Furious? Wait, hold on. Didn't the original Fast and Furious come out in like 2001?
Something like that, yeah.
So he was in Tokyo Drift. Okay. Oh, that's right. The Fast and the Furious, and then there was Fast and Furious. This franchise is like got some hot garbage names. Like, for real.
It really does. You're not wrong. Are you satisfied now?
No, I'm still looking up whether or not he died. So, okay, Too Fast, Too Furious, and then Tokyo Drift was the first one that he was in. Let's see. Tokyo Drift. Oh, this is the third film released in the franchise. It has been retroactively placed as the sixth, with the subsequent 3 installments being set in between Too Fast, Too Furious and Tokyo Drift. So Fast and Furious, Fast 5, and Fast and Furious 6 are in between The Fast and the Furious and Too Fast, Too Furious. They were all prequels. He died in Tokyo Drift. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Han's car is T-boned and the car explodes before Sean has a chance to save Han. That was in Tokyo Drift. So, continuity-wise, he was dead. Where did he come from?
I never watched Tokyo Drift.
Really?
That's probably why.
Did you stay away from it for some reason?
Yeah, I didn't get back into them until the 4th one.
Okay.
I skipped the second and the third.
You bought that entire box set. That's the only reason why I've watched all of them.
And I still haven't watched them.
Oh my god.
They're in that box set, and I'd skipped those 2. I went back to 4.
Oh,
and
you
then
skipped
5, and then
you
6.
skipped Too Fast, Too Furious, and Tokyo Drift.
And Tokyo Drift.
Huh. Okay.
I'll watch them. I need to.
Clearly now. Okay, so that's my
what?
first
They're calling
question.
the 5th, the 6th, and the 5th and the 6th as prequels?
The 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, yep. So Fast and
BS
Furious,
is that?
Fast 5, and whatever the 6th movie is called are all prequels.
How the hell are you supposed to keep up with this damn series when they do shit like that?
If the naming conventions weren't bad enough.
I don't know. I just watched the bloody movies, damn it.
And then my second question is, Dom has had a brother. Why have we not heard about him this entire time?
See, we keep bringing in the damn brother. We brought in freaking Shaw's brother or whoever. Like, give it a break. Who are these people we've never heard about before?
I don't know. I just wish The Rock was back. I mean, he was in Hobbs and Shaw, and that was a fine movie, but, come on now.
Yeah, I'd like to see him back, too. I am glad that we addressed a major complaint from the first trailer, and that was, what in the hell is going on with these weird physics?
Oh, yeah.
These cars going sideways through a building, and this giant truck getting flipped over in some unrealistic, what kind of baloney is that? Magnetism. Yep. You can explain anything away with science and magnetism.
Magnets, how do they work? Nobody knows. Anyway.
So that makes sense.
All right. So
I guess.
I would have to say in the theaters for this one. I would definitely go watch this. I've fully accepted the ridiculousness of this franchise at this point. There's just no going back.
No, absolutely not. And you know what? If that's what you like, fine.
I am
because
glad
I've
that,
accepted it too.
As opposed to the first trailer for this movie, they didn't say family 8 billion times in a row. Because that was annoying.
Just a little bit.
Oh, man. Okay. So we'd see that in the theaters. Our final trailer is for Marvel's MODOK, a TV show on Hulu, I believe.
They called me Big Head.
One day, that big, beautiful, womb-wrecking head of yours is going to change the world.
Time to change the world by bringing it to its knees. Attack! The future is MODOK! MODOK! And do you know what MODOK stands for? Mental organism designed only for killing. For killing.
Where does he go at night? Nobody knows.
Oh, no one took the cans out? Come on! Ah, shit.
We have to tell the kids about us.
Kids, she's lost her mind. You have to stop her.
Modoc, what are you telling the kids?
I'm comforting them. And if you tell her I said any of this, this will be one of the many divorces where it is the kid's fault.
So my first question was going to be, before we watch the trailer, why isn't this on Disney Plus?
Do you understand
now. I fully understand now.
I don't know if Disney Plus would necessarily be very friendly to this sort of Marvel content.
You know, that makes me wonder, though, is Deadpool going to be on Disney Plus?
I don't think so. I mean, Hulu is mostly owned by Disney at this point anyway, so...
Yeah. So it's not a big surprise.
No. I'm pretty
Was
sure...
it 2/3? It's 2/3 now, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Because it was a third Disney, a third Fox, and a third somebody else? And since Disney got Fox, now it's 2/3 Disney? If I remember how the corporate structure went?
Yeah. So Hulu has both Deadpools. Deadpool 1 and 2. So, there you go.
Deadpool's not on Disney Plus, is it? I haven't looked. I'm sure it's not.
No. I'm pretty sure how they're doing it is Disney Plus is going to be for their more family-friendly content, and then all of the adult stuff is going to go on Hulu.
Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I'm not complaining. I got both, so.
Yeah, same.
If only the Disney Plus bundle had ad-free Hulu and not ad-supported Hulu.
Yeah, if
included. Because then I'd be happy.
Well, got some bad news for you there, brother.
I
It's
can't
ad-supported.
deal with ads anymore. I can't. I don't.
No.
I don't do it on YouTube.
The YouTube is the only thing that I leave ads on for, but that's because I know people get paid because of the ads. I mean, I pay for a subscription to Hulu, so I don't get ads on there because of that.
Well, you got Spotify, so...
Yeah.
I did YouTube because it's YouTube Premium, giving me no ads. And YouTube Premium's actually better for the content providers than ad-supported.
Yeah.
So, it actually helps
I know
them
that's
more.
the case, but it's just like, it's one of those things where I don't need another subscription.
You don't need another
Which is why I canceled Netflix in favor for HBO Max. I mean, it's cheaper, at least in my case, by like $3.
Uh-huh.
Plus it had movies on it that I wanted to watch. Netflix hasn't come out with anything that I've wanted to watch in a long time.
I know. We were both getting disappointed with it. So, it makes sense. I would see this. This is...
Yeah. It looks
a lot like the humor of Archer.
Yeah,
which
it
I
does.
really liked.
Mm-hmm. I still haven't seen Archer all the way through. I've seen the first couple of seasons.
I forgot to keep watching it.
It's so
I
funny.
fell out of it, and now it's been so long, it's going to be a chore to get back into, and it's like... maybe when they're done making it.
It's one of those shows where if you stop watching it, you're just going to have to start over again.
Yep. Which is why I refuse to go back to anything old Law and Order SVU. Like, I've watched it all from the beginning to current, and I cannot go back and start rewatching other stuff because it'll just mess me up really bad. Because that's just a show that's too big at this point to to watch from its beginning.
That's disgusting.
20-something seasons is too damn much. Especially when they're like 40-minute plus episodes.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think we're both of the same mind. We're probably going to watch this when it comes out. We may, I don't know, it depends on when it comes out, because if it's coming out when Loki's coming out, we're probably not going to cover both of them on the show.
Not at the same time.
Yeah, so, although if they drop it all at once, what we might be able to do is just wait until Loki's done, and then we can make a big episode out of this. We'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. Who knows? We might not even like the series, so this is just a trailer.
That's happened before.
Yeah, it has. It has.
That's happened before.
All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to leave this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching and or listening, wherever you happen to be consuming this podcast at. Be sure to leave a rating on whatever podcasting platform you happen to be listening on. If you're on YouTube, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss any future episodes. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next time for I think a regular one. I don't think we're doing anything special next time, so.
No.
Yeah.
We caught up enough on this one. We're giving you more than an episode's worth on this one for sure. We skipped a week in there, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, peeps. Thanks for listening to this episode of Podcast Period. This episode was hosted and produced by Ben, co-hosted and edited by David. You can contact Ben on Twitter at BenPlaysVidges. That's Ben Plays, VIDYAS. And you can contact David on Twitter at Car6by16. If you'd like to chat with us about any of the topics on this episode, you can hit the show up at Podcast Period on Twitter, or shoot us an email at podcastperiodpodcast@gmail.com. That's all for this episode. We'll see you next time.
This was a Nerdgasm podcast production.
Well, that was another in a long series of regrettable life choices.
Served at nerdgasmpodcast.com.